There is a major conflict brewing between Arizona's governor and the attorney general after the News 4 Tucson investigators uncovered a problem facing law enforcement agencies across our state. Money collected from illegal activity intended to support drug enforcement operations has been gutted by the state, leaving some sheriffs and police chiefs outraged.
So for more on this, News 4 Tucson's chief investigative reporter Corus Nylander joins us live from the Pima County Sheriff's Department with this News 4 Tucson investigation. Corus, what do you have for us?
Yeah, well, Monica, it's really a tale of two letters. On one hand, you have the Attorney General who says she was really left with no options other than to take these funds, which departments rely on to try and fight crime. She blames the governor and her need to balance the budget for her choices on doing that. The governor disagrees with that and says the Attorney General's actions were illegal and not based on the facts. Stuck in the middle are these law enforcement agencies, many of the leaders now losing faith in state leadership.
I think this just shows a real failure of government.
Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb is furious after he learned the state took $94,000 of his department's anti-racketeering revolving funds, which is money seized from criminals and used to support training, buying equipment, and various efforts to fight crime.
It's designed to cripple drug operations, criminal organizations, criminal operations like the cartels, only to have the state take it and apply it to their budget because they couldn't manage the money here appropriately in this state.
The News 4 Tucson investigators exclusively obtained a series of back-and-forth letters from Attorney General Chris Mays and Governor Katie Hobbs. Law enforcement leaders received a notice from Mays that she seized large portions of the funds from departments across the state, saying she had no choice in order to meet the governor's budget expectations. Hobbs responded, calling the actions illegal and done without all the facts. Hobbs says she approved taking $10 million from the funds to help balance the budget, but it wasn't supposed to be done at once without notice. She says the state will support the departments with whatever funds they need. In a follow-up letter, Mays' office says it was confused by her explanation and that they hadn't seen any funds replenished as of Friday evening.
I don't think we're getting it back. I mean, we've been back and forth with our attorneys, looking at what legal actions we have for them taking the money. I think this would be a long, drawn-out process. I don't think there's any intention on the state's end to pay that money back.
The Pima County Sheriff's Department and Tucson Police Department saw heavy losses. Sheriff Chris Nanos wasn't available for an interview, but texted us a statement saying, quote, "You should talk to the AG and governor's office. I would defer to them as both are responsible for this mess. We were given less than 24 hours notice. It is my understanding Chief Kazmar was not given any notice until after the fact." The Tucson Police Department saw $236,000 seized by the state. Chief Chad Kazmar sent us a statement saying, quote, "While we are displeased with the possible loss of $236,000 in RICO funds, it is further disappointing to contend with the lack of communication between the Attorney General's office and the Governor's office. I am awaiting further clarification and assessment of the letter from the city attorney before commenting." Sheriff Lamb says the finger-pointing perhaps is most concerning as he remains unsure about the future of his own budget.
And now, ultimately, we're going to have to make up for that by asking the county and the taxpayers for more money, or we're going to have to go without. What's next? Are they going to take more of our budgets, or are they going to take all of our RICO funds?
And the Attorney General's office tells me it's still waiting to hear from the governor on how they're going to backfill these funds or where this extra funding is going to come from to meet these departments' needs. A spokesperson for the governor told me they would not be issuing any further comments, referred me back to their original letter saying it speaks for itself. We're live from the Pima County Sheriff's Department tonight. Corus Nylander, News 4 Tucson.
All right, Corus, and you can view all three letters for yourself. Just scan the QR code right there on your screen to be taken to the investigators page on our website, KVOA.com. Of course, if you have a story you'd like us to investigate, you can email us at investigators@KVOA.com, or you can also call our tip line at 520-955-4444.
We now turn to breaking news. Moderna